Shalom, fam. Okay, now for y'all know I had to make this video. Y'all know my channel deal with a plethora of things, mainly LGBT, esoteric knowledge dealing with the Bible. We had a wonderful Shabbat, but it's been an interesting day, y'all. Here in this Florida, from the weather, had to get some things straight at my wife's job today. Everything cooled down when I showed up, so thank the Most High. And yeah, everything was good. I had to head back because of the weather. I didn't want to get my stuff wet, and thank God none of my equipment had got wet. So I would have rushed back over here. But on the way back, I had a real good conversation with a brother, Dominican brother. Real good conversation. He might see this live one day. But interesting conversation. We was hitting the different chambers. We was connecting, right? Brother to brother. We was just everything he was saying about, marriage, about this, about that. We was connected. The kind of guy he was, the kind of guy I was, marriage, all that. So then we got to the, of course with me, got into the no, he mentioned about politics first. Then we got to the conversation on 2A, on Second Amendment. And yeah, because I told him that's what my channel was kind of more based off of, right? It's based off of esoteric knowledge, 2A, the Bible, etc., etc. I don't know if I mentioned even trans, but he'll see it, they'll see it, whatever it is. But anyway, trying to get back home. So we was just hitting it off. It was real good, real good. But then, oh yeah, he liked guns and everything. He loved guns, right? I said, yeah, me too. I love guns. The Second Amendment. He's very pro Second Amendment, etc., etc., etc. Wasn't fond of Trump. Me too. I'm not fond of Trump either one. I hate when politics in the church become one, because I believe too it should be two separate things, because one deal with their man-made laws, and you got the ways in the church of the Most High, and that's the reason our religion has become corrupt because of politics. But anyway, make a long story short, this is what got me. This is what got me, y'all. This is what I've said. Like, it never really sink in. Like, now I know why Brother Colin y'all does what he do, but especially Brother T Electric in Detroit. Shout out to Uncle T in Detroit. Now I see why you do what you do, right? Because we deal with people who sabotage the 2A community, who believes that they're pro 2A, but they rather vote against the thing that they claim to be pro. But anyway, we was talking about it, such and such, the guns he had, guns I had. So then he said that he didn't, want Trump in, etc., etc. So he voted for the other guy. We know the other guy that's in now. And because, of course, Trump said things about ones who are, Hispanic, etc., etc. I, agree with you on. But when I'm out on that, so but I'll say, yeah, I hear that too, and both have the issues when it comes to 2A. Trump had the bump stock, and we see what this one is doing. But I say, but it's probably best not to have somebody who's anti 2A. And then when he told me, and I'm almost at the house, he was like, yeah. He said he would rather have somebody that's anti 2A, anti-gun, anti-2A, than someone who is, I guess, a tyrant. And I'm like, every time I had to get the car, trying to get my equipment, make sure my equipment all right to the Russian. I said, well, we have this conversation, later, whatever, like that. Same numbers, we exchanged numbers and everything. Prior to that happening. So, but I was like, God damn, man, you probably should keep my number. Yeah, don't have my number, because if you figure that having someone that's anti 2A is better than having a Trump tyrant, right? And I'm like, who's pushing if you have a certain amount of money in your bank account that the IRS has to be involved in that? Who's pushing that? So, like I said before, they're both two sides of the same coin. But and for ones that say, and I love guns, I love 2A, but you would rather have somebody that It's anti what you love. And someone could say that about me. Well, you rather have somebody, even though I don't vote for none of them, but you might be more support of somebody who's anti-trans, anti-black per se, uh, than someone who is supposed to be now, supposed to be pro, trans, pro, for black people, whatever. People got to recognize. See, I look at things from a warrior perspective because I descend from warriors. The people who is arming me to kick their ass, that's who I'm going to support. Okay? Both of them want me enslaved. But the person that's going to arm me and my people, that's who I'm going to support for the time being. Because when they say, okay, thank you for, helping us with that side, now we're going to, oh, too late. Now we got the guns. Remember, you gave us the guns. And we had time to become gunsmiths, swordsmiths, to make our own weapons. So try to take him from us. See, it's just like you're able to, you're basically supporting someone who is disarming yourself. It's about, if those people put me in a corner, can I fight back? Because both of them are tyrants. But because this one doesn't say anything about Hispanics or whatever, they want you to believe how they believe. And anybody who doesn't believe that way, they can say, hey, you know what? We can falsely imprison you, falsely arrest you. We could do some Holocaust stuff. We could do some Stalin type stuff. We could do some slavery type stuff. Like I said before, they tried their best to keep guns out the hand of black people. But then when they saw that it was affecting them, then they say, you know what? Now we're going to change these laws. Now everybody gets a gun, right? Now we have to just, because when it was affecting black people, oh, yeah. But then when it's affecting them too, they're coming after your guns too, Billy Bob. Then like, oh, okay. So it's about strategy, man. It's not about because somebody says something against my people. It's not about that. It's about, okay, are you going to give me the money or are you going to give me the weapons to defend my people? Say what you want to say. But if you make a law that says that, you know what, we can do whatever we want to do to these people, we got the guns, baby. We got the guns. You gave us the guns. So now you have to fight to take them from us. And do you really want to do that? Deacons for self-defense. Oh, these niggas can't go to the schools. These niggas can't go. No, they can't go to the schools. Mobbing. Deacons for self-defense who was trained now by the same racist U.S. government that even practiced, I think, segregation even within the armed forces at that time was armed. The government armed them. And they used that same training that they usually got from, the white man's army to fight against those white men who was a mob of white men who was attacking their children at the schools. And when they saw these black men coming up with their rifles, who they knew had training, because they uncles and dads trained them, they backed off. See, and then they said, okay, we gotta let the niggas go to the school. Okay, we're not gonna let these niggas, we're not gonna mess with them. Being armed is the root and the base of standing for your rights. The people who have tyrannical governments right now, the people that they rule over, do not have guns, cannot get access to guns, or they have to go through them, all these different steps and levels. So what I'm getting at, it's just kind of funny to see people who claim that they're pro-gun, pro two way, because you can be pro gun and be anti two way, which is kind of hard to do, you know. But I guess you can kind of do that. But you definitely, it's going to be hard to be should not be infringed, be pro Second Amendment and vote against the same thing that says should not be infringed. And if you think that criminals are going to give up their guns, you're mistaken. So it doesn't make any sense if you're a man with a family and you want to protect that family, you voting for someone who's saying, you know what, you no longer have that right. And the criminals, the savage criminals, kicking your door in, your wife and your children inside. Now, and they didn't give up their guns. So now you have to be at the mercy because you gave up the rights to this dude or to that dude, whoever. You gave up the right to protect yourself. And you wonder why you don't have any freedoms. It's like I never thought, it's one thing to debate with people online who might be claiming they're for guns and they say stuff like that. But when you actually like in a car with someone who actually says that, in a ride with someone, you actually in person with someone who says that, it's like, oh my, did he? Like they really, you got people who actually believe this. Like they actually do exist. They actually would rather have somebody that's anti 2A than someone who they deem as a tyrant because they are against their ethnicity or against their race. And I'm like, this guy over here is Jim Crow all the way. This guy over here, whether you know it or not, has done things, policies that have affected black people when it comes like to drugs and come to crime. Little minor stuff that could be major, thanks to him and the vice. So I'm like, wow, man, wow. Like, are we really like? Does this guy really? Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you for real? You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So is anti-trans and because even we both agreed, me and the dude both agreed that I was had a conversation with Dominican brother that you know Trump basically just hijacked the Republican Party because I say even myself I'm more conservative, but I'm not political in the sense like I'm a party. So I'm not affiliated. I'm not for that. But I am, you could say liberal or however you want to put it, or more sometimes too. But whatever. I'm just me. I'm for what's right. Period. So with that being said, with that being said, how, 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 could you because they said something against your ethnicity this side, but what about black Americans that this dude have done things to affect us, legally, politically, right? Um, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like with certain immigrants and it's like things don't affect them, and I guess it's not that big of an issue. I guess I don't know, but when it's affected us, because I said lesser of two evils, both of them. You could say this one's more evil than that one, whatever. Okay, but at least even though Trump had a bump stop ban, but at least we could still be here with with the AR-15. Hell, if you would have had that joker in, yeah, we probably wouldn't have no AR-15s. We probably wouldn't have no shotguns, AR-15s, 9 millimeters, gun. We wouldn't be able to have none of it. Okay, wouldn't been able to have none of it. Was barely able, pistol braces. Parliament 80 had to fight, man. So it's just like I just like wow, they actually exist, man. People who believe that it's better to have somebody it's anti two way. put it like this: it's anti two way as Trump was or is. The moment he would have said the Second Amendment does not apply to LGBT people or black people, he would have been out of there. Up, gotta get you out. Out. I gotta support people getting you out of office because now you're saying that the Second Amendment isn't saying what it's saying. So now you're saying that we're not the people. Okay? So it would have been up. But you could say, oh, we can't go to the military. You could say, okay, well, but if you get too tyrannical, we got something for you. So the moment you really start coming after people of color guns, black people guns, uh, and LGBT people guns, then we got a problem. Because we could get some things changed. Remember the example I gave of Deacons for Defense, who was also the bodyguards of Martin Luther King. But those brothers who was armed, who got the training from the government, when they started showing up at these schools when segregation was happening, when integration was starting, and they could no longer do segregated schools. When these brothers showed up to protect not only their children but the black children in that community, those white mobs, those racist white mobs in Louisiana, because I think they're originally in Louisiana, in other places they start backing up. Okay, because they knew that no, you don't want no problems. So these schools are going to be integrated because we got the guns too, Jack. Okay? We got the guns too. Do you want to go toe to toe? And we have the training. We are well trained, certified and well trained. We are out here. Okay? We outside. Do y'all really want to go? Do y'all really want to go toe to toe? Things change because brothers was able to stand up and have the equalizers. So you got the pen and you got the firing pin. So if you don't want to respect this, you're going to respect this. And then you're going to have to respect this paper. You're going to have to respect this pen over here. You're going to have to respect this paper and pen over here because you don't have a choice. So now you got to leave black people alone. Now you have to leave black LGBT people alone because you don't have a choice because we got the gun too. Anybody who had a bully, I've learned martial arts. When you start to deal with that bully, because bullies love to pick on the weak, the moment the bully learned that you were no longer weak, they left you alone. So now we can have a conversation. But they didn't want to hear what you had to. When you say, "Oh, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone," I'm gonna put a sign that says "Leave me alone." If the bully could even freaking read, but when you was like, "He, okay, he, we might not want to do that. It's ni san chi goro it's at school Jew. Us. Oh, we got. Oh, snap. What this? Oh, okay. I don't. Oh, hey. Can I have some gun? Can I have? We don't want those problems with you, James. We don't want those problems. And excuse my spit. I was just. But we don't want those problems. I'm very enthused. We don't want those problems. And you don't have no problems like that no more. So people, I tell people, man, y'all have to start thinking like true warriors, man. I don't know, man. Straight LGBT. I mean, real talk. Y'all have to like, and not just worries. I mean, it's just common knowledge. It's common knowledge. The moment they just say like, even when people do things, do con artists, uh, people have to give up, in a sense, their identity or their self assurance for people to trick their mind, right? You have to give up things for people to do that. You have to basically put your guard down for them to even get at you. And I don't know why people want to put their guard down. and you're in the ring. Why you're in the ring with Mike Tyson? You want to put your guard down. Why? You want to give him your chin. Why? Oh, because this person not a tyrant. Okay, but what if somebody else come in that is a tyrant and you have already given up your guns? Oh, so the tyrants, you're just supposed to just not have any guns when there's a tyrant. It doesn't make any sense, man. And so now I see, I definitely saw why Colin New York and others did what they did, why they uh why they religiously almost upload and upload and as ones would say, the two-way propaganda, right? Why they just stay at it. Because like when you actually, it's just like a transphobic person, when you around a transphobic person, like, dang, they actually do exist. Like, oh my goodness, they actually out here. So, uh, you know, people who supposed to be, I guess, pro 2A, but yet they're voting, they rather vote for someone who's anti 2A, anti gun, like because of this person's is, I guess, is saying stuff and doing stuff. But you still have a fighting chance. Now you might not have had the bump stock, but at least you still got ammo, you got this, you got that. So like I said, both of them are not to me big proponents when it comes to guns, but one is way worse than the other. So at least you will have something to fight back with, okay? Because of the other, yeah, we see like he trying to take everything. This assault pistol, assault rifle, assault. Oh, that's assault YouTube channel. Like, damn. And then trying to effort your money on that. Then you can't have no goddamn money. Damn. The housing market. I mean, yeah. But I mean, shoot, man. Dang it. And on top of that, you can't sit back on your porch with your AR-15 with some Kool-Aid or some lemonade, chilling out there on the farm with your wife. You know, just got your little range out there and enjoying the good weather and sunlight. You know, and yeah, just to be free, man. You know, be free. That is, you know, the symbol of freedom. The standard weaponry of that period, of that 1,000-year period, right? Those who possess that weapon, that is a sign of freedom. It's not a sign of just, violence and no, it's a sign of freedom. How do you think America got free from the British? How do you think my people got free from these Anglo-Saxon American slave owners? How you think we got free? The Gullah Wars. Look it up. Seminoles, get your Gullah Wars. You know I'm from Florida. How you think we got free? How you think the Gullahs, Geechees? How you think the first free towns, one of the biggest first free towns here in Florida, North Florida? We was fighting hundreds of years, 100 years was plus. We was fighting. My ancestors was fighting to get free. They wasn't going out marching. They wasn't giving up weapons. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We were fighting. I am my ancestors. The past is the present is the future is the present, the future is the past. The days of the future past. There's nothing new under the sun. And warriors now gonna run. We gonna fight. Please, my people. I don't care who you are, but especially my people who claim to be a minority, whether you're migrants, immigrant, whatever, Dominican, whatever, especially people of color, and especially my LGBT brothers and sisters who ain't looking for no trouble. You're not looking for no trouble, but you can handle trouble if it finds you. Defend yourself. Do not give up the means to defend yourself. Because the threat might not be here today, but it could be here tomorrow. And when it's here tomorrow, you don't want to be living in sorrow and full of fear. But anyway, not be able to defend yourself. That's what I want to say. For that, shalom to y'all. James Speed. Just had to get this off my chest, off my mind. Just speak the real, how it is. Just think about it. Stay armed, stay savage ready, as my brother T Electric say, and you'll stay free. Okay? Do not be at the mercy of these criminals, whether they in these offices, they got suits on, or whether they got crazy colored hair and eyes, gold teeth, whatever. Be ready for anybody who wants to inflict harm and danger to your family. Be ready the best way that you can be ready. Arm yourself with knowledge, first and foremost, of these laws that they pass. Be ready for constitutional carry, and be ready, legally, mentally, spiritually, for what's to come to handle. If you have to defend yourself, and physically, be armed and get your training. They are speaking for you and I. Let's all be ready, man. And prayed up and stay blessed. And I hope y'all have a good day and a good evening. And one love, shalom, shalom, shalom.